Spending an extra 4% on your home purchase sounds ridiculous, but it could make you $100,000.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are pretty delighted that we've been able to create for you free access to 739 Life's Inside Track episodes where we share insider tips, making house home, and building wealth wisely through real estate.
Mm-hmm. You know, trying to save that CMHC fee. And for those that don't know what a CMHC is, well, Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, because mortgages used to be that you had to put 20% down. They're called a traditional mortgage.
Right. At one point, you just had to pay for the house.
You just had to pay cash.
You had to pay cash for the house. That's before our time. I don't even think we were born yet.
Yeah.
And then we moved to, as long as you had 20% down, that was fine. You could buy a house. And then
it was still too hard for people to reach, right? Yeah. So the government said, we want to create a facility where people can get a mortgage with less down, get into the home ownership earlier, because they know it's good for wealth building for people, right?
Well, Statistics Canada does stats after stats after stats that all point to the same thing. And that is, the sooner you can get into the real estate market, especially for your own home, the sooner you start building more wealth than if you didn't do it.
So people will say to me, you know, well, I'm going to wait till I get 20% down and then I'm going to buy, because then I avoid CMHC fees, right? Because that fee is an insurance, and the insurance doesn't really cover you.
What do you mean it doesn't really?
Well,
it doesn't cover you at all. Like, well, let's be crystal clear.
It covers you in that you can buy a place with only 5% down.
Correct.
But it insures the lender that if you default.
Right. It doesn't insure you. So I think there's a confusion when people are just thinking about buying a home that the CMHC insurance is insurance for them. It's not mortgage insurance. Well, it is mortgage insurance.
But for the bank.
But for the bank. For the bank, so that if you didn't make the payments, the bank has the assurance that Central Mortgage and Housing Corporation will pay the payments you didn't make.
And as a matter of fact, when you only put 5% down, you'll probably get a slightly less interest rate than if you put 20% down, which doesn't make sense, other than the bank's not taking that extra risk, because they know if you default, CMHC is going to pay their mortgage off for them.
Right.
You still get ousted out of the house. So
that sounds awful.
It does sound awful, doesn't it? So I think it would be great to do an example. I spent some time. I'm excited about my example. I know you love it. If you're sitting at home and you got a pen and paper, you might want to follow along. If you're driving, don't try it. Just go and watch the video later on YouTube. So here, we got buyer A. Buyer A buys in 2026. Okay?
You might as well look straight.
It might be you. It might be you, 2026. I can't look straight at the camera because I got my example on the screen, so I got to watch it. You're going to buy a townhouse for $600,000. Can you buy a townhouse for $600,000?
Yeah,
pretty nice,
much,
right?
Yep. Depending on where, but pretty much anywhere.
A couple of months ago, didn't we sell one for $500,000?
Yep.
Yeah, so $600,000 is a good price range. You can get something pretty nice. Down payment on that is 5%. Is $30,000. $30,000. If I wanted to wait till I had 20%, it would be $120,000, right? There's a big difference, $90,000.
Well, and I think the question we want you to start asking yourself, if he's going through this example, is how long would it take you to save the extra $90,000? And that means you're delaying coming into the market, which is really the point of this whole exercise.
Yeah, and it could be your second home. It could be you're a parent and you're thinking of for your child. This is important information. So we buy $600,000, we pay $30,000 down, we have $570,000 mortgage.
Yeah.
Now this is where your headline came from, the 4%, right?
$22,800.
That's nothing.
That's crazy.
That's nothing.
That's crazy.
It's nothing yet, and I'll show you why it's nothing.
We're going to have an argument here.
Okay, so the $22,800 gets added to the mortgage. So you don't have to pay it right away. Isn't
No,
that
but
great?
it means my equity of my 30,000 down is like 7.
Yeah. Get over it. So the mortgage now is $592.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, very close to what you paid.
Right.
Okay.
Ick.
But leverage, that means you're leveraging even more. So here we go. We're going to do a 30-year amortization.
That
just 'cause the
sounds
payment's
risky to
lower.
leverage more.
Just maybe, but I don't think so. Interest rate about 4%.
Right.
Okay. We're going to lock that in for 5 years, and we're going to assume 5% annual appreciation. That's kind of where we've averaged over the last 30 years. It's been 5%.
Except during COVID, it was double
More.
digit, and then it was nothing. And yet, if we look at the average, it still fits.
That's exactly right. So now that property after 5 years at a 5% increase is now worth $765,000.
Okay.
765.
165,000 more
Yeah.
than what we paid for it.
Exactly. That's appreciation alone, never mind principal pay down. Now we add the principal pay down. That is another 56,800.
Okay.
$56,000 in principal pay down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the mortgage balance now is 536.
Okay.
Okay. So what's our total equity then is the 165 that it's gone up. The 30K we put down as a down payment.
Well, but we didn't. Well,
Yep, we did. And then the mortgage has gone down 56.
but then we had to pay CMHC premium, so it was only 7,000. Really?
Yes. Okay. Fine. Let's say that.
Yes, because that's truth.
Okay. So total equity growth, $229,000. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And all the time you've been living in the home. You've had a roof over your head. Now buyer B waits till 2031.
Okay.
5 years. Because it took them 5 years
right.
to save the extra 15%.
$90,000.
Right.
Right.
Now the house is 765. So 20% is 153,000. So not the
Okay.
120 that it was 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
It's now 153 they have to come up with.
So maybe you have to wait yet another year.
So
But that messes
no,
up
but
your
let's just do
example.
5.
Right.
Now they have a mortgage of 612,000. They have a higher mortgage than the original purchase price 5 years ago, and they saved $153,000. Extra because it's 30,000, so 123,000 extra they had to save, and they're paying their mortgage is higher than it would have been 5 years ago. So what's it really look like? Okay.
You're pretty excited about this
I am very
example.
excited. Yeah. So buyer A has 80,000 more in equity, and they only put down 30K. So compared to buyer B that put down 153,000 of their own money, it's pretty much $100,000.
Well, it's a little more than that.
The
actually.
extra 4% they paid 5 years earlier has made them $100,000.
Okay. So if you're thinking, okay, you just confused me, or I got so much clarity. Either way, a clarity call is a great choice right about now. So just go to the DekkerTeam.com website and we will walk you through this in your real life example.
Mm-hmm. So there's a quote by Tony Robbins,
Uh-huh.
and it says, "Time is the one thing you can't make more of." So we're glad that we can be clarifying your options, because when your options are clear, your wisdom will flow.
And next, we're going to look at one more misunderstanding that really trips people up and costs them lots of money.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together.